Hey guys, in this video I will show you how to chat with the avatar using the literature review you generated with the Bitewise chatbot. Make sure you turn Other AI on.
Ready to dive into your UE2 presentation prep? Whether you need help with your literature review or polishing your delivery, I'm here as your study buddy and presentation tutor. Just say the word and we can get started. Don't forget to turn on Otter AI before we proceed.
Can you help me explain my literature review a bit?
Digital Avatar here. Of course, I'd love to help you explain your literature review. If you'd like, you can share a summary of it in 2 parts. Just keep each part under 600 words. What do you think? First literature review received. Memories updated. Ready for second input.
It's 12 o'clock.
Second part received. Memories updated. We will use both parts for our conversation. Now let's break it down together. What would you like to focus on first? Maybe we could talk about the significance of universal grammar in second language acquisition. What are your thoughts?
Can you help me explain what universal grammar means in simple words?
Sure. Universal grammar is the idea that all human languages share some basic rules and structures. Think of it like a set of building blocks that helps children learn any language quickly, no matter what language their parents speak. So, it suggests that we are born with an understanding of these rules, which helps us learn languages more easily. In short, it's like having an instruction manual for learning languages inside our brains. Does that make sense? Want to add more or explore another idea?
Okay, thank you for your explanation. According to our presentation rubric, is there anything that I should notice when I was doing this definition task? Is there any suggestion you give me to spare the time of giving this definition of universal grammar? How many times I shall distribute to this part?
That's a good question. When explaining universal grammar in your presentation, aim for about 1 to 2 minutes. You could break it down like this. 1. Introduce the concept. Briefly define universal grammar. 2. Explain its significance. Why is it important for language learning? 3. Use an example. This could connect to how children learn languages quickly. This structure helps keep your explanation clear and engaging for your audience. Does that help? Would you like to practice a specific part of your explanation?
There's another part I want to ask you. That is, there are concepts of competence and performance in the literature review of mine. So how can I describe the differences between competence and performance to my classmates who might don't have linguistic background?
Great question. Here's a simple way to explain competence and performance. 1. Competence. Think of this as a person's mental knowledge of language. It's like knowing all the rules of a game, even if you don't play it perfectly. It's the ideal understanding of how language works. 2. Performance. This refers to how a person actually uses the language in real conversations. It's like playing the game. Sometimes you might make mistakes or not follow all the rules, even if you know them. So, in summary, competence is the knowledge, while performance is the real-life application of that knowledge. Does that sound clear? Would you like to practice explaining it together?
Yeah, thank you for your example. I want to ask more about the concepts of competence. Is there anything important to clarify?
Of course. To clarify competence, you can think of it as the complete understanding of a language's grammar, vocabulary, and rules. It includes knowing how to form correct sentences, understand meanings, and use structures appropriately. You might want to say that competence allows a speaker to know the possibilities of the language. While someone might not use these rules perfectly in every situation, their competence helps them understand and recognize correct forms. You can mention that competence is more about potential than actual usage. Would you like to dive deeper into any specific area or practice explaining this part?
So can I say that if someone have both great competence and performance, we can say that it is a mature user of that language?
Yes, that's a great way to put it. If someone has both strong competence, knowledge of language rules, and good performance, ability to use the language effectively, we can describe them as a mature user of that language. They understand how to communicate clearly and correctly in various situations, showing both depth and practicality in their language skills. Does that fit what you were thinking? Would you like to explore any other concepts or perhaps practice how to present this idea?
Thank you. Is there any way I can present the relationship between universal grammar and second language acquisition?
Absolutely. Here's a simple way to present the relationship between universal grammar, UG, and second language acquisition, SLA. 1. Start with UG. Remind the audience that UG is the idea that all humans share certain language rules. 2. Introduce SLA. Then, explain that SLA is the process of learning a second language after mastering the first one. 3. Connect them. Say that UG might help learners understand new languages because they already have an innate understanding of language rules from their first language. 4. Mention the debate. Highlight that researchers disagree on how much UG influences SLA. Some say it fully helps, while others think it has limited impact. You could wrap it up by stating that understanding this relationship can help teachers support language learners better. How does that sound? Would you like to practice presenting this connection?
Okay, thanks for your help.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help. If you have more questions or want to practice anything else, just let me know. You're doing great, and I'm here to support you. Keep it up.